Embraer has three main product lines: commercial for passenger, executive and military. But now the company will expand it, debuting new segments, which will diversify its portfolio and consequently increase the company's size and revenue. See what's coming up. Cargo airplane. During the pandemic, the aviation industry suffered a huge impact on passenger transportation. According to ICAO, an UN agency specialized in aviation, by 2020, airlines suffered a steep fall around 60% on total transported passengers, experiencing terrible financial losses. The year after started a slow recovery, bringing the decline from that 60% to 49% compared to pre-pandemic year, and for 2022 is expected a further recovery, reducing the decline to between 26 and 36%, although uncertainty hangs over the aviation once again due to global inflation. But air freight saw a different picture. While in 2020 passenger transportation was suffering all over the globe, cargo was increasing its total number of flights, showing an increment over 26,000 flights in relation to previous year. Even considering that in May 2020, cargo flights had a fall of almost 20% in relation to previous year, which highlights how important and strong this niche has been. This year, cargo flights kept outstanding figures above the pre-pandemic era, although in May again, the flights dropped 13% from what it was averaging. It might be seasonal factor or, as ICAO says, a reflex due to the war in Ukraine. We will know the real reason in the future. During this fatidic period of our history, supply chains were struggling with an increasing demand that met difficulties all around the globe. But why air freight have been in such demand since the pandemic? Supply chains had to deal with the accelerated shift from consumption habits that abruptly moved from buying in physical stores into buying in online marketplaces. People couldn't go out shopping, and those who previously were unwilling to shop online were experiencing it for the first time. New business went online, and those that already were connected just increased its sales through the platform. And according to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, after the pandemic, the e-commerce participation on consumption kept increasing. Cargo ships were queuing in the ports to unload. The logistics weren't able to return the empty containers, and a ship blocking the Suez Canal slowed down what couldn't be slowed down. Ships were transporting goods over its capacity, and the prices were and still are no longer competitive in relation to air freight prices, which delivers goods much faster, thus making a slot in an airplane rather disputed. Then came the vaccine delivery rush, putting more pressure on the logistics all over the globe, and to help in this urgent demand, some airliners started to adapt its grounder airplanes to transport cargo. Azul, the Brazilian airliner, was one of those companies that helped to deliver vaccine in its country using grounded passenger airplanes, becoming the first company in the world to partially convert an Embraer 195 for cargo. With this experience, the company learned that Embraer 195s offers a great cargo capacity with a significant fuel economy and ground support at most airports with almost no restrictions. So, through Azul Cargo Express, the company decided to contract an engineering company for a full conversion of its Embraer, and recently the airplane was completed and got the first flight certification for an Embraer 195 in the world. Observing all the new dynamics in the global economy, which brought a steady demand increase for air freight, and observing the successful case of its country customer, Azul, Embraer saw a new opportunity for its commercial aircrafts, the 190s and the 195s, developing a freighter version from them which could be placed in an existing gap between large and narrow bodies and the turboprop airplanes. Ideal for same-day and decentralized delivery, offering more cargo capacity and speed than the turboprops, with a fuel consumption from about 30% lower than narrow bodies like Boeing 737s and Airbus A320s and A319s. With this new product ready to the production line, Embraer also launched a retrofit program for the existing 190s and the 195s, enabling full conversion for existing planes flying today. In this first phase, Embraer will use its E-Jet plant in São José dos Campos, Brazil, which already produces both aircraft models. The company made a forecast of about 12 units per year, but if they succeed, they might build another plant in the United States. Until the day I wrote the article to produce this video, Embraer had received an order for full conversion of 10 E-Jets, but the customer's name has not been disclosed yet.